for another baking video. I almost decided to cook this chicken I like, or maybe a pork roast, because I was going to give that to a friend who had COVID recently and has had a hard time, and so I was going to take him a real dish instead of a cake, because he said his blood sugar is weird, so he's on a low sugar diet from the COVID. I'm also making chicken for our two young friends who are in town who are going to come over and eat on Sunday, so I thought maybe I'll do that. But I know that some people have almost political aversion to cooking meat, so I probably will do it at some point, but after the week I've had, I'm not ready to have people push back against what this video is. In fact, I didn't want to make this video today. It was the last thing I wanted to do. But I thought, you know what? It's my commitment. You got to do this. And also, when I turn to baking, it's more than meditative. It's a healing act to bake. Not only to bake, but then to take what I baked and give it away. And so it's not about me. That's the healing act, finally. Baking leads me to kindness, which is the healing act. I looked at my cabinets, because I hadn't been shopping, and I thought, what can I bake? What ingredients do I have? And I saw cinnamon, and I saw maple syrup. And I thought, yeah, healing. These two things, I thought about them as healing elements. Cinnamon, because every morning I would wake up in my little cinnamon-colored brick house in Mississippi. My dear grandparents were always cooking breakfast for my brother and sister and me. And often the smell I would wake to, because my bedroom was next to the kitchen, was cinnamon toast. It woke me. And it made me feel, I'm not going to cry. Oh, I feel like I'm going to cry. It made me feel loved, the smell of cinnamon. So I'm going to make, those are the cats. I'm going to make cinnamon maple pound cake with a cinnamon maple glaze. And it's a Betty Crocker recipe. I'm going back to my roots. So I've already mixed the elements. This is 3/4 a cup of softened butter mixed with 1/2 a cup of brown sugar. I've done that in this beautiful mixer that some kind person sent me. It's like, oh, it's just, you just like sit here and do like this to it when you're, and I do like this mood. And then this bowl, I mixed 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. 2 eggs, 3/4 a cup of milk, whole milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and as a sign that I'm really baking the right thing, I opened my refrigerator. I had Mill Hollow maple syrup. It's really delicious. It's really special. It's from around these parts, this neck of the woods. And I started to pour it. I had exactly 1/2 a cup left in here. So that was a sign that I'm making the right thing. Oh, and I kept this out. When I got out the brown sugar to mix with the butter, it's like a brick. It's a brick. It's turned into a brick. I'm like, well, how do I get this in the cup? I got out my damn hammer. And I put the brown sugar here, and I started to hammer this motherfucker. Excuse my language. But I needed not only to heal today, I needed to get out a hammer and hammer some brown sugar. That was a healing act too. I need to get out some aggression. So that helps. So if you can find some brown sugar that's in a brick, that's the kind you should use. Then hammer it, and it releases a lot of things you need to be released. So yeah. So I'm gonna mix all this together. You know what else I started to think about? Do you remember an old made-for-TV movie? I think it was on Fox. It was called Doing Time on Maple Drive. That movie really affected me. In fact, right before I went on here, I looked it up. I remember why it affected me. Jim Carrey, William McNamara. In fact, William McNamara has been coming up on my Facebook page constantly this week, and I'd forgotten he was the character in this film who affected me so much. Well, everything about this film affected me. It had every issue in it. Jim Carrey was an alcoholic, addict. William McNamara was gay in the closet. Had a automobile accident that turned out to be on purpose because he tried to kill himself because he was in the closet. It was all about broken people trying to be unbroken. So you can find that movie. I don't know if it's streaming. I don't even know if it holds up. But Jim Carrey is really good in it. Oh my God, he's so good in it. And not the Jim Carrey that you expect. And Bibi Bash is in it. She plays the mother. Any Star Trek person knows who she is, and she's the mother in it. Anyway, I'm gonna make this cake in honor of my grandmother. Bless her heart. No matter what happened in her life, no matter how hard she had it, she woke up each morning and she buttered some toast and put cinnamon on them. And she wouldn't put it in a toaster. She put it in the oven so the cinnamon would really bake into the butter, because that's the way I liked it. She didn't have to do that. She could have just sprinkled it on some toast. No, she baked it because I liked it. And because she loved me. And I'm going to bake it in honor of Doing Time on Maple Drive. Because in so many of our lives, we do time on our maple drives. So, I'm baking this cake today. Go hand it out. To be kind. To remember my grandmother. And not to be broken. And to stop referring to healing that we do in our lives as healing something that's broken. Instead, let's bake. Let's create something that we don't break, but we purposefully divide, cut into, make little pieces that aren't broken pieces. They're pieces of a whole that we give away. Let's stop looking at ourselves as broken. Let's look at ourselves as bakers. I'll be back with the cake.